The multiple-choice conditional input form, which is called form conditional, changes the flow based on your previous choices or those offered in the same form. By opening it, in fact, we see that there is, as usual, the user area and the development area, with a number of fields where I can enter calculations. These calculations are performed in descending order from top to bottom, based on the variables already modified or modified by the user in this form. In Boolean terms, they are calculations and are made after the user inserts values on the same form. When a calculation is satisfied, the flow takes the defined path from the calculation line. I can also modify the order of these calculations. In our example, we begin with the selection button, which we call vMajori, where we give the user the opportunity to report whether the notification amount is over 100,000 euros or not. Going to Edit, Options list, enter the text C and No, Yes or No, on two distinct lines. Once confirmed, my button will have these insertion options. We create a label for the button. This value, for the variable vMajori, which is the name of our button, can then be used in our calculations. For example, vMajori is equal to C, if this line is true. We will put something in the label that you remember. Greater or equal to 100k, or vMajori is equal to no, less than 100k. Note that. In order to validate the calculation, I must enter spaces between the variables and the operation signs, and text must use quotes if this was a number. If I had entered, for example, 1 and 2 in the option list, here I could have inserted it directly, without quotes. The label name, when saved by the form, appears on the link points of our symbol. I can change the order in which the conditions are evaluated, so that the flow follows a different path. Just drag the field to a new position. Exiting from this form, if I want to change the position of the labels, I can move them this way. It does not change anything in the flow, it is a shift dictated only by graphic reasons. At this point, I can already begin to connect my flow by arranging the form so that it is graphically satisfying. We completed the first part. Starting from the beginning, the user will be asked to enter the notification date. He will then be asked to confirm a default value, i.e., how many days between the date of the notification and the trial. The user must then report to the flow if the value of the notification is more than or equal to 100,000 euros. In the next phase, we will see how the flow will split in two different paths, depending on the choice that has been made about the value of the notification.